Mwah. What's up, YouTube? Poor.Mans.Podcast back with another video. Today's video is going to be why do we pick good guys last? Listen to black women. Okay, there'll be a link in the description below if you want to go watch the video. But before I get into the video, we got to do the YouTube stuff, all right? The goal is 10,000 subscribers by June, all right? It's a crazy goal, but it's my goal. The only way I'm going to get to that goal is if you give me the HBO special. You know what the HBO special is? That's the Help a Brother Out special, all right? So go and help a brother out. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. I'm going to give y'all a second to do that. All right, now let's get into it. Why do we pick good guys last? Listen to black women. Let's go.
Today we are talking about why good guys finish last. I'm Shamika Sanders. Beside me, I have the beautiful Jessie Wu and the fabulous Africa Miranda. Guys, in a recent interview, Sir Slim Thug asserted that Ciara was not happy in her relationship with Russell Wilson because he is a good guy. To use his word, he is a square. Let's get into this quote right here. He wrote this, y'all. This is me.
This is his version.
This is
End with quotes.
Version. Do a woman used to talk to Future really want a Russell Wilson? He's just a corny dude. He's just like a square. Okay,
I will say this. It wouldn't be hard for me to believe that a woman like Ciara does want to do like Russell Wilson. Why? Because I have a theory that women want these overtly aggressive, over-womanizing men when they're in their 20s. After they get that man's seed, Future in her case, now they want the good guy because they know these good guys will stick around. Someone has to raise that child. If you go back in human history, women are pretty much helpless for 9 months when they have a child, and that's only when they're pregnant. If you include the fact that a child can't really do much for herself until it's about 6 or 7, you really see how vulnerable women are. So they get the seed of the dominant guy, the conqueror that goes out and gets, and then they go to the guy that, it's a little nicer. And that's the guy who they want to raise the child. And if they can't get that guy, they'll try to turn that dominant, masculine, alpha male guy into one of those softer, beta, just weaker mentally guys. When you look at a lot of these, what happens is they'll get these guys with, abs that be hitting the gym every day. They'll get them, and then they'll tell them, oh, you're not spending enough time with me, this and that. And then they'll get them to the point where they end up becoming weaker in every sense of the word, and then they leave them once they're 36, 37, or whatever, because now they don't want the weak man no more. The children, or when they get into their 40s, the children are getting older. That's why divorce rates are high, and that's why 70% of the time there's a divorce, women walk away. It's because the children are older, so now they want that young, attractive, dominant guy again. I mean, they don't have to necessarily be young, but you know what I'm saying. They're going for that alpha male kind of figure again. So the man that they took that was one and made him into a beta because he doesn't spend enough time, she threw him away now. Okay, so the marriage is over because the children are old enough to sustain themselves. She doesn't need him anymore. So it wouldn't be surprising that in this stage of Ciara's life, she does want a guy like Russell Wilson. Let's continue.
Okay, before we get into this question of the week, what do you define as a good guy? What does that mean?
I've found, to be very honest, my definition of a good guy has changed over the years. A good guy for me used to mean that he had money, that he had a certain social standing, but I found that didn't mean that they were really good people. So now for me,
they
a good guy
equated
is
goodness
kind,
with
that's
money.
A hard worker that doesn't have serious problems with honesty.
She equated that a man is good based off of how much he can provide first. Right? Now she's a little older, and now she's like, well, I want a guy that's just nice and this and this and that, because that's the nature of the beast. That's how it goes. That's the bell curve. Let's continue. I'm sorry for interrupting so many times, but let's continue.
It's a little square.
Oh. I feel like for me, those qualities now you can find them anywhere, not just in the church or in school, because I used to associate the good guy with the guy who's in church, the guy who's in the library all the time. But now I feel like you can find you a good guy in the street. You know what I'm saying? Some of these street dudes, they be good guys. They'll take care of you. They'll care about you. They'll motivate you. They'll support you. So for me, it's just, sometimes the popular definition of a good guy is not my definition of a good guy.
All of this leads us to the question of the week. Why do we pick good guys last? Okay, ladies, so why don't we just pick the good guy first? Doesn't it seem so simple?
Yeah. Who said though, because a lot of times you'll pick a good guy, but does the good guy want you? You know, a lot of these good guys, they want the hoe, they want the scammer. The same way we like excitement, they like adventure too. I see that a lot of times with the good guys, you know what I mean? So a lot of us, we pick the good guys, but does the good guy want the good girl?
So we're canceling each other out.
Exactly.
I feel like, though,
No, men are not like women. Men don't go out and find a woman that's gonna take them on a ride or an emotional adventure. That doesn't interest us. We want somebody that can take care of our homes and nurture us after we've worked a 10-hour shift. We don't want somebody that's cheating on us with the mailman for an adventure or a ride.
most of us don't, and not even say most, but I feel like some people, and I can definitely put myself in this category because I've been super guilty of it, didn't pick good guys or good men, like, because like we're normalizing trauma. Like we think that to be in love is like exciting and it should be danger. And it's like we think that all of these things are normal. When you meet a nice guy where it's just like it's easy, it's like, oh, well, I don't trust it because I don't know what that is. Like so much of Black love is about struggle. Like why does our love have to be struggled for it to be like, this is what it's supposed to be exciting and feel good?
Our love doesn't have to be struggle, but if you only pick the dude based on his shoes and how tall he is, yeah, you're going to struggle because the 6'6" dude that's light-skinned or dark-skinned with the nice hair or whatever you want, every woman in the room sees that he's 6'6". Every woman in the room is going to go after him. And with a lot of opportunity, men, we respond by doing what we do normally, and that is planting our seeds in multiple soils. 90% of the women are going after 10% of the men. That's the problem. It doesn't have to be a struggle. You're choosing for it to be a struggle until it becomes too much. And then conveniently, then only do you want a man that's ready to take care of you or spend his money on you or a guy that's actually loving to you. That's why it seems like Black love is struggle. Let's continue.
But you said something really good about trauma speaking to trauma.
It can. Like for some of us, and myself included, my first relationships, like my father, there was damage there. So that informed a lot of my choices in men. And I think many of us do that. So that's why we want, or we respond to like the negativity or the bad guy.
Yeah. So basically what you're saying is that we are attracted to this badness and we have now associated the bad guy with fun.
Yep.
And we are overlooking the good guy. Okay, so now let's see what these social media streets are saying. Ethereal Kia says, imagine how much more pleasant our communities would be if our women weren't stressed out trying to play both parental roles. Imagine how much happier and peaceful our homes would be if our women could focus on cultivating them from the inside. I hear praises around.
Hello. Hallelujah.
I agree.
Praise the Lord. That's the word, right?
Imagine a society or a community where we stop blaming Black men for every problem of the Black community. And our women stop having sex out of wedlock all the time and praising the fact that they do so. And we actually started to build our communities to be those strong families that supported the Martin Luther King movement and the Malcolm X and the Black Panther Party. Imagine those kind of days. Because you're chasing a ghost when you blame every problem on Black men because we've already fessed up to our problems. Okay, our problems have been out on the main street. Our problems have been out there for decades now. Now it's time to talk to you. What are you doing wrong? Having children out of wedlock because you want the tall guy or the guy with the abs. That's what's causing the problem. Having a child knowing you're not available, you don't have the ability to take care of it financially. Having a child and using it as a weapon because now you want to keep that 6'6" guy. And the only way you can think to keep him is to have his child in an attempt to make him become a father and come into your life. Maybe we need to stop those behaviors and look at those behaviors. And then we can manifest this community that everybody's talking about. Let's continue.
Imagine.
someone responded and said it would solve most of the dysfunctions in the Black community, which is what you were talking about, the trauma.
We have to heal because we have to take responsibility for the men that we're choosing. But then the men, same way. It's like we're not here to fix them. They're not here to fix us. You have to fix yourself.
And you know what? Another part of that trauma is like for me, when it comes to me and I'm going and I'm dating these guys, they want to mistreat me. But then when they go to other girls of other cultures, they going above and beyond. And it's like, okay. So let me just go to the hood nigga, because the hood nigga already gonna go above and beyond when he comes to a girl like me, because he's gonna appreciate what I bring to the table versus a good guy who knows he has all these options. He's gonna take me for granted. So I'll just go to the hood nigga who gonna, you know what I'm saying, take me on the adventure I deserve.
You said something really good there, though, because the good.
She really did she though? Or are we just doing the thing where we just have to clap and agree and applaud for everything any woman says ever? Did she really say a thing? The whole topic is why do good guys finish last? If good guys have all these options you speak of, why is the topic, why do we pick good guys last? The problem starts off with you picking good guys last, picking men that aren't ready to become a father, picking men that aren't able to sustain your lifestyle because they spend all their money on jewelry and clothes and whatever. That's where we start the problem. Let's continue.
Good men out there, they think that God's gift to women, so now they treating everybody.
But I don't want to put it on. Like, there are some good guys who will take you on wonderful adventures and you won't be crying at the end of it. Like, I think that's like the problem, is that there are good guys that might be a little corny, but they're fun, they're kind. And like, I do feel Sierra did for Russell. She gave him a little swag. Like, he's not wearing the Hawaiian shirts anymore.
Jesse, what do the receipts say?
Well, the first question we asked our readers was, the first thought that comes to mind when you think good guy is 51% said husband, 41% said friend, 7% said boring, and 1% said sucker.
Damn, who put sucker
Right,
on there?
that's the problem.
But only 1% said sucker now, so that's growth. You know what that is? That's growth right there. But notice how 51% said husband, which goes back to what I was saying earlier. All of us want to settle down. Most of us want to settle down anyway. So even if it is like the boring good guy, like you're still thinking, okay, husband at the end of the day.
I feel like, though, we got to change the conversation. Why does it mean that, like, in the end, like, after I've lived and had all my fun, I'm going to settle down with this corny man? Why can't it be, oh, we want, this good man who's great and fun and nice? That
It's insane because I actually have to give the girl in the orange kudos, okay? There are so many times where women that disagree with what's going on in the panel will just sit there and shyly try to make their points because they know that they don't want to rock the boat because the other women go another way. Women do this thing where they pack up and all their ideas become the same idea. They all just agree with each other. So it's good to see that she's going against the grain and standing up and saying it is what it is. Like, let's be honest here. This is what a poll says. 51% say husband, but how many people are actually living that? How many women are actually going out and looking for a good guy to make them their husband? Obviously not enough. Statistically speaking, we can see from the statistics, is what I'm saying, that not enough black women are going out and looking for these 51% of black men that are single and childless. They're trying to date the 10 or 5% of black men that are straight, tall, athletic, overly aggressive, so they'll shoot somebody over you, but they'll take you on a picnic. That's who they're looking for. Let's continue.
It treats me well, and like, that's a new experience. It doesn't have to be something that we wait for after we've been drugged through the mud.
True.
And then
That's always our experience, though, that I feel.
That's what I feel like you have
Why
to
it gotta
go.
be our experience?
I just feel like you have to go through this life, and sometimes you experience this trauma to know that there is something else out there.
Last question was, which statement do you agree with the most? 81% said good guy or bad boy, men are men. 18% said good guys make better husbands but are no fun and likely whack in bed. I think you would agree with that. That's you right there. And 1% said good guys are weak and bad boys are strong.
I think bad boys are damaged.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
First, can we add another option?
I think bad boys are probably damaged, and therefore they damage other women.
Exactly. Look at Future.
Yeah. So let's get into the conversation and look at this article written by Teresa DiDonato for Psychology Today. She states, there has been a long-standing assumption that women who view men as nice guys are viewed as intelligent but less assertive, less sexually experienced, and less attractive. Do you agree, though? Is that how you felt before? Intelligent but less assertive, less sexually experienced, and less attractive? I didn't think less attractive.
No, because listen, some of them good guys, they'll surprise you now. They'll pull out that anaconda real quick, okay? So I don't feel like we should generalize that. But, then again, it's been a lot of people's experience that, the good guy is kind of whack and whatever, but that's not always the case.
So after all of that good talk and honest answers, ladies, what's our takeaways? What did we learn from this conversation?
My takeaway is simple. Hood niggas be good niggas, okay? Like, don't overlook the niggas in the hood. Some of them have very good qualities that you would be surprised about. So that's my takeaway.
My takeaway is expand your idea.
We'll see where she is in 5 or 10 years. That's all we can do, right? That's her mentality. That tends to be the mentality of a lot of black women when they're younger. And then when they get a little older, they tend to turn into the woman that's on the left in the orange. So, it's not surprising to me. It seems pretty typical.
Of what good guys are. They can be kind. Like, it's not corny to be kind. It's not corny to be nice. It's not corny to be romantic. It's not corny for someone to publicly gush over you on social media. Corny is cool. Yes. Oh, that was corny.
I still liked it.
But that was great.
It felt like after school special, but I'm going to own it. So if you're corny and that spoke to you, call me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that was a little Family Matters. But there are morals in Family Matters. But this is true because as I get older, I am learning to place value on those qualities and those traits that make you feel good. You don't have to feel bad.
As I get older.
To be in love.
Love doesn't feel that bad. It doesn't. Now, everyone has issues, but you pick and choose and you can find happiness in those corny qualities. Thank you guys for tuning into another dope episode of Listen to Black Women. Find it on hellobeautiful.com, madamnoir.com. Ladies, thank you for being here.
That's the end of the video. It's a couple seconds left, but they're wrapping it up, right? Final thoughts on the video. This is why so many of black men are just not dealing with the situation anymore. They've dropped out because you see a clear example of when you're older, when you're younger, black women, they want these aggressive hood guys. And then when they get older, like both of the ladies on the side of the woman that's a little younger, they then start to value those qualities. 51%, like I said earlier, 51% of black men are single and childless. Why have they just gone single and childless? It's because they don't even want to do it anymore. All right. Nobody wants to take care of the hood guy's child after you got pregnant by him. And now you blame all men. That was your decision. I don't see what's rocket science about that. You choose who you lay down with. If you lay down with a sucker, if you lay down with a bum, that's on you. And you got suckered by a sucker. How you gonna get suckered by a sucker? But that's on you. That's a decision you make. Don't try to put that on all of black men because you make horrible decisions and now nobody wants to date you when you're 31 with a child. How is that black men's fault? That you had a shit selection of men and you picked one of them to get you pregnant. Till next time, people.